Like I said, I'm Genelle. I'm a junior, and I'm going to read a prologue to my story, Remembrance. Okay. I can't breathe. I strain to push myself up while a pounding in my skull crescendos. A woman's gaze meets mine at the end of the room. Her face is striking and somehow familiar. Wavy blonde tresses settle to frame high cheekbones, cerulean irises, and a flawless complexion. Her name comes in a soft, echoing whisper, Rose. Rose holds a notebook close to her face as she reads a scene aloud. Soft and seamless, Rose's words flow effortlessly through the amateur dialogue. When she finishes the passage, Rose cranes her head towards me in a curious glance. It comes off as condescending. Celia, I never knew you wrote manuscripts. How cute. With a flick of her wrist, Rose moves to flip the page, but it tears with a sharp sound. Oops. Her lips part, revealing 2 rows of teeth, pearls perfectly aligned save for her canines, jagged and jutting out slightly. Then Rose's entire visage transforms. Her lips, thin and white, blend into an equally pallid countenance, while her pupils draw daggers in a bloodshot leer. A seething grin transpires like that of a snake lying in patient wait, cold, calculating, and in for the kill. I feel her ice-cold hands suddenly constrict around my neck. I flail in silent desperation. But a voice saves me. Consciousness pours in like through a cracked window, its rays flooding the room as Rose vanishes in the light, her scowl the last thing I see. My body recoils, sore from a throbbing pain in my chest. I open my eyes, gasping for breath. Celia, a man calls, taking my face in his hands. You're awake. He draws me close in a strong but gentle embrace. It's all right now, he murmurs, wiping tears off my cheek. Breathe, Celia, breathe. At last it comes easy. Inhaling deeply, I close my eyes, the long-awaited air fills my lungs. When I finally compose myself, I look up. The man is smiling. He's tall, well-built, with brown hair razored in the back while the front skims his eyes. They're hazel with a certain heat to them, a smoldering, alluring intensity that holds my stare. I feel an uncontrollable blush rise in my cheeks as my heart momentarily skips a beat. But it doesn't ache like before. The man pulls back, sitting down in a folding chair nearby. He clears his throat. You're in the hospital, Celia, he starts. We were in an accident, 3 of us, about to take a right when some drunk bastard T-bones the car. He pauses, shuddering at his recollection. You hit your head, hard, suffered some trauma. You were in a coma up until yesterday, but... He watches me intently. Only half listening to his account, I take in my surroundings. A near-empty, whitewashed room, save for a little desk in the corner, parallel to a door to my left. You and I, we were in an accident together? Yes, Celia, he whispers, we were. I hesitate, but bring myself to ask, so, who are you? With a soft sigh, the man cups my chin with his hand, trying to clarify in one breath. I'm Alan. Celia, your head injury. The doctor doubted serious brain damage, but he did warn us to be prepared for, he swallowed, severe retrograde amnesia. You've lost all of your memories up to the accident, everything and any one from your past. He draws out his next sentence. Celia, you really don't remember me, do you? No, I don't. I searches every feature for the least bit of recognition, but to no avail. He shakes his head, hair shrouding his darkened face. When he looks back up, his smile has returned, but the guise is betrayed by his defeated eyes. The pain returns as I try to think, to remember. There's nothing except I am pierced by her icy blue eyes. Terror surges back as my voice comes out in a stifled murmur, choked in a flurry of panic and tears. Rose. I bite my lip. All I want to do is retract her name and bury it in every ounce of foul hatred I held for it in my soul. An unbearable weight. I catch a glimpse of Alan's expression. A smile. I hear only fragments of his explanation, my strength beaten down by every word. Rose? Alan brightens overwhelmingly. Yes, Rose. It's always been the 3 of us. We grew up together. The trip, the engagement. I can't believe you remember her. The doctor said, Celia, are you all right? I collapsed into his outstretched arms. I have only moments left before I become sleep's unwilling victim. Light falters as I struggle to speak. Please. Alan lays me down gently. He then folds his hands out in front of him. It is only then I notice the silver band on his right. Alan follows my gaze. Yes, Celia, do you remember now? He brings his hand closer for me to examine, but the metal's frosty gleam only blinds my eyes. Rose, my fiancé? No. He tenderly caresses my face, the ring now a cold blade searing through my cheek. Alan's last words resonate with me until everything fades to black. Rose, your sister. She's alive and in stable condition. She's in the room next door. I surrender to oblivion. I can't breathe.